Welcome to the Maverick Media Network for another edition of the Checkdown with Coach Mitchell. My name is Brian Hardy. I'll be your host, and we're joined, as always, with head coach of our Maverick football program, Coach Russell Mitchell. Coach, thank you for coming in.
Appreciate you having me.
Been a couple weeks off, going back, I guess, 2 weeks ago to the bye week, and then we also had fall break. Didn't get together, wasn't able to get a show together. But let's kind of back up. And before we do that, though, I always want to mention PJ's Coffee of New Orleans, our post-game and half-time sponsor for our live stream that goes out each and every Friday night. Wonderful job by Coach Austin Blaine in charge of that. But thank you to PJ's Coffee of New Orleans, located right off of Lake Harbor Drive in Ridgeland. Coach, we're in week 8. We are currently 4-2 overall. Big win last Friday night. We'll get to that in just a minute. But in region play, we're 1-0. Let's back up to week 5, if we can go back that far. If you can remember back that far, going over to Pearl. We traveled over there, rolled to a 55-0 win over the Pearl Pirates. Had 5 different guys score touchdowns on against Pearl. King White threw for 4 touchdowns, ran for 1. Nye Johnson ran for 2. Keyshawn Coleman and Bryce Johnson both had touchdown passes, and Lawson Branson had a couple touchdown passes as well. Coach, you're just about able to do whatever you wanted to on offense in Pearl.
Yeah, it was another one of those nights where everything seemed to click, so I was proud of our kids. That was our first road win, so we challenged them to prove we could go on the road and win, and that we could win back-to-back games, and now we've won 3 in a row. But yeah, big night for our offense. Thought our defense gained a lot of confidence over there, played well in special teams, so we couldn't be more proud of the way the guys played and battled through adversity. We found out lost a starter the day of the game, so we kind of rearranged some guys, and our players were real flexible and picked up on the adjustments that we had to make on the fly, and did a really good job of just staying poised and making plays with the adjustments that we had to make, right there in pregame. But it was a big night at Pearl. There's a lot of happy kids in that locker room. Like I say, our defense shut them out. So I know our defensive players were fired up about that. Defensive coaches did a great job putting a good plan together, and everything clicked. So no reason this team shouldn't be confident going into any game, and we've just got to find a way to be consistent, consistently great, consistently, play to a really high standard. And those 2 losses we had, we didn't do that for whatever reason. So that's where we're scratching our heads as a coaching staff, trying to figure out how to approach it to get consistent, good play out of our team week to week, because as far as we're concerned, we expect to win every time we step on the field.
Coach Blaine's got some graphics for Players of the Week. He may be throwing those up, but as we talk about Pearl and in a minute here, talk about Starkville, Coach Blaine, feel free to throw those up. Defensively, defense pitched their first shutout of the year. Thought, and we'll get to this a little bit later when we talk about Starkville, but, I saw some things that I felt like maybe was turning that corner. I know we had really good linebacker play. Call some names if you can remember back that far defensively. Anytime you hold a team to no points, there's a lot of names you can call. But
well, when Jaden Gross picked up that fumble and ran it in the end zone, I think that pretty much sealed the deal on the shutout. Pearl was pretty well spent at that point. But, Parker McGee, he's done a great job for us all year in the middle of roaming the field, making tackles. Weston Wirtz and Zach Coughlin did a good job setting the edge and containing everything. Cause look, Pearl's got some skilled players now. Their quarterback coming into the season, is thought to be one of the best senior quarterbacks in the state, and he's on the South All-Star team, and he's super fast, and he killed us his sophomore year out here right on this field, throwing the ball and running the ball. So did a good job of containing him. Dylan Travis always gives us great effort. Plays through pain, wants to win, just a really tough kid. And then we held up on the back end back there with Mike Johnson and Christian Mumford at safety, and then Aaron Farrell and Max Smith and Solomon Cameron and Langston Branson. They held it down on the back end and didn't give up any big plays in the passing game. So, again, just really proud of the way we played against Pearl, and hopefully that helps our defense turn the corner and play with an edge.
Starkville Yellow Jackets came into the ranch last Friday night, ranked number 4 in the state. Your offense puts up 45 points against Starkville Yellow Jackets. Defense plays lights out, highlighted by what I thought was 2 just incredible goal line stands that we had. And another incredible atmosphere here at the ranch. You mix all that up in a bowl, Coach, and it turns into a 45-28 win to open region play.
Right. Yeah. No, it was a fun night. Hate it happened during fall break.
Yeah.
That was pure joy to be a part of that win. But we'll have a big crowd here at our next home game when we play Madison. But yeah, it was a great team win against Starkville. I mean, our defense stepped up on the goal line and made 2 big stops. One of them, Aaron Farrell, made the tackle on 3rd down and 4th down. The other one, we forced a fumble down there on the other end, and Keyshawn Coleman, who was subbing in at safety, he picked up the fumble, and both those stops on the 1-yard line were just huge plays that turned the game. And our offense was real productive. I think we had right at 550 yards of total offense. So they did what they do. Wish we would have finished a couple more drives. We had a red zone turnover where we completed a pass and fumbled. We had another drive killer in the red zone where we had just a miscommunication on an early snap when the quarterback wasn't ready. But again, when your defense makes those stops on the 1-yard line, it kind of makes up for that. So we were able to win by 3 scores against a really, really good football team. So proud of our guys. I know they're proud of themselves, and we got to refocus and get ready to play another good opponent this week.
Well, I've seen, and we've talked about this, just really going back to the summer, but watching these guys come through the field house, there's just a different air in the building, so to speak. I mean, these guys are confident. They're not cocky. It's a quiet confidence. It's a assurance in each other. I think they seem to play really, really well together as a team. And look, we've played top 5 teams before. You've beaten top 5 teams since you've been here. But I don't know about you. I caught myself last week. It seems like the conversations were more about what we need to do right and things that we can control versus maybe some of those conversations in the past have been about, what we needed the other team to do wrong, so to speak.
Sure. No, we expect to win every time we take the field, and I think this group's earned that right. We got a senior-heavy group that's won a bunch of ball games, played in big ball games, won big ball games. So when they step out there, we want them to play with confidence. We've won 3 in a row, so hopefully we can stay focused and remain humble enough to prepare the right way to win another big one this week. I think that's my biggest fear is that we're able to just stay in the moment, because you don't get to take a breath in this league. You go Starkville, Oxford, Madison, Clinton, and that's going to really determine your fate of where you land in the playoffs. So we've got to be really, really steady over the next 3 weeks. That's the message we're trying to give the team, is just to keep it right here. Don't get too up and too down, because when you start having those emotional swings, you play over your head, and then you can have a big letdown. So I don't think we played over our head Friday, though. We did what I expected us to do.
Exactly.
Which is score points and get big stops when we need big stops. And then we're really solid in the kicking game. If we can do that every Friday night, we'll be successful.
Mavericks pick up 2 wins. Pearl shutting them out 55-0 a couple weeks ago, and this past Friday night, Mavericks beat Starkville here at the ranch by a score of 45-28. When we come back, we'll preview the upcoming matchup between the Mavericks and the Oxford High School Chargers. We'll hit the road again, and in a big matchup in Region 2 7A. You are watching the Checkdown with Coach Mitchell, and we'll be right back here on the Maverick Media Network.
Building a life is different for everyone. Because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there.
Call State Farm agent Matt Guillory for a quote today.
Mike Rowe here with the name every Memphis homeowner should know, Groundworks. Now, I've spent time with these guys, and I'll tell you, they handle crawl space, encapsulation, and foundation repair like no one else. They're trained, certified, and committed to making your experience great. You want to protect your biggest investment? The name to know is Groundworks. Now serving Memphis for crawl space and foundation repair. Why don't you give them a call and tell them Mike sent you.
Welcome to Timber Tavern Axe Throwing, the one and only spot for non-stop fun, delicious food, and epic axe throwing right here in town. Whether you're out for a wild night with friends, a one-of-a-kind date, or some serious team bonding, Timber Tavern is where the magic happens. New to axe throwing? Don't sweat it. Our expert instructors will have you hitting bullseyes in no time. So why wait? Come on down to Timber Tavern, Gluckstadt's own entertainment hub where unforgettable memories are made every day. Ready to join the fun? Visit us at timbertavernaxe.com or give us a call at 601-707-2580 to book your lane today.
Brian Hardy alongside Coach Russell Mitchell. You're watching the Checkdown with Coach Mitchell here on the Maverick Media Network. This segment thanks in part to Groundworks. Whether you're in need of a home foundation repair or whether you're trying to waterproof the basement, give the guys at Groundworks a call for a free estimate today for all of your home service needs. Coach, we hit the road again, headed up to Oxford, Mississippi to play the Oxford Chargers. If you look at this game on paper, you're going to see two very similar teams. We're 4-2. Oxford's going to be 5-1. We've scored more points, but they've given up less points. Both teams are 1-0 in region play after we defeated Starkville 45-28, and they defeated Madison Central back in week 6 by a score of 16-14. But you don't play them on paper. You got to go play them in Oxford. So, what can you tell us about the Oxford Chargers?
They're a good bunch. You know, they're to me it starts with their front four on defense. That's what's kept them in ball games and given their offense the opportunity to score enough points to win. And they're really, really solid up front. They line up good on defense. They play hard. They believe they're going to win. They got a returning starter at quarterback who's a dynamic athlete that can throw the ball and run it, can make plays with his feet and extend plays. They've got some weapons at receiver, and their offensive line's really solid. So when you put all that together, you got a tough bunch to deal with. And then you throw in the fact that their kicker's going to kick it in the end zone unless something crazy happens. He's like 85% putting it in the end zone. He's made field goals 40-something, 50-something yards. He's got a big leg. They're really good in the kicking game, in addition to being solid on offense and defense. That's why they're 5-1. But they're a team we're familiar with, that we've had success with before, and our kids are fired up about the opportunity to have another chance to win a district game. We're just trying to stay in the moment, take it one day at a time, one play at a time. But they've certainly got some weapons, and then the way that team's coached, they do a lot of things that are hard to deal with. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors in terms of their shifting and swinging gate formation and trick plays, and they throw a lot at you on the film to tie you up to things to prepare for, and then at the end of the day, they're really good at running outside zone, and that's what they do all the time. So if you can stop that outside zone, you got a chance, but you got to be prepared for all their little wrinkles that they do, and they do a bunch of them. So they're a tall tall task to prepare for athletically. They're a tall task to prepare for schematically. And we've been hard at work all week trying to make sure we put our players in the best position to be successful.
Talk a little bit about, first region game on the road, first time, going to have to get them out of class, get them down here, get them on the bus, get them up there. People say that doesn't play a factor, but how have you guys, or what do you do as a coach to prepare a team for that first time?
Well, we've got tremendous support with our booster club and our administration to put us in position to make a road trip. Like you say, if you don't have that, if you're not able to feed your kids the right way and travel the right way and have enough buses and drivers and a principal that's willing to work with you on getting them out of class and making sure they get all their schoolwork done, that's what it takes to be successful. And we got a whole lot of support here. So we're in a position where we can make a 2.5 hour road trip and be just fine. But again, that's not a coaching thing. That's an administration and a booster club thing, and we got good support.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up and come back for segment 3. We'll bring our athletic director, Coach Greg Perry, in, but I want to give Coach Mitchell, as always, an opportunity for his final words of wisdom, final thoughts, anything as we head up to Oxford to play the Oxford Chargers.
I don't know. You got the Dodgers jersey.
Well,
Tell us what that's about.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you did. No, I went back and forth on this. I really did. I really came down to two things. Number one, what a lot of people don't know, our viewers may not know, is you're a big baseball fan. In fact, you were play-by-play guy for the 9th grade Little Six Championship a couple years ago up there in the booth.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to offend anybody, honestly, but then, I started thinking about that as well. And you may be different now, but I personally, I don't. The Dodgers are playing the Milwaukee Brewers. I've never met a Milwaukee Brewer fan, so I don't know that any of our viewers out there
Jeffrey
are.
Dahmer was from Milwaukee.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe he was a Brewer fan, which would actually line up. But I don't know any Brewer fans that I could offend. And never met one. Like to see one in person. So if you guys know of one, y'all be sure to tell him come up to me and let's.
Make sure they exist.
That's right. I would like to see one live.
All right.
Who you got? By the way, let me get you picks. I'm gonna do the same thing with Coach Perry. But before I get out of here, you've got the American League Championship Series is between the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now I'll give you a little help. The Seattle Mariners lead that series 2-0, best of 7. And game 3, I believe, is tonight in Seattle.
Got to go with the American team.
Okay.
Seattle.
All right. Seattle.
Going this side of the border. That one.
Yeah, that's right. All right, moving over to I hate to even bring this one up, but over in the National League, you got the Dodgers and the Brewers. Okay. I know this is hard to believe. Dodgers are up 2-0 in that series.
They got way more money. Dodgers are going to take that.
Yeah, they got a lot better players too. But anyway, all right, well, so we got a Dodgers-Mariners World Series from Coach Mitchell here.
That's easy. I already got 2-game lead.
That's right. That's exactly right. Thanks again for doing this. I say this all the time, but people don't understand, what at being a head coach at any level, especially the 7A level, it's not easy just to step out here and, with practice beginning – less than an hour from now, it's hard to do that, but I appreciate you coming back.
Thank y'all for doing the show. It's always a fun watch.
Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have Athletic Director Greg Perry come by. He'll give us an update on everything Germantown athletics, and we might even try to see what Coach Perry's picks are as the MLB's heating up in the postseason. So we'll be right back after this short message.
Boulware Vassar Orthodontics are specialists in creating beautiful smiles for kids and adults with 3 locations in the greater Jackson area. Our orthodontists are experienced, caring, and along with our friendly staff are waiting to align your bite, transform your smile, and boost your self-confidence with multiple treatment options including Invisalign and tooth-colored braces. With 3 offices in Lakeland, Ridgeland, and Clinton, contact Boulware Vassar Orthodontics today.
Selling land in Mississippi requires expertise that is tailored to our unique market. At Pursuit Properties, we specialize in land transactions. We offer valuable insight into pricing, regulations, and helping you identify those potential buyers. We help sellers set realistic goals and expectations, ensuring a smooth and successful sale process. With a focus on accountability and clear communication, Pursuit Properties guides our clients through every step, keeping you informed and empowered. You can trust our team at Pursuit Properties to work hard for you and maximize the value of your property. We are always in pursuit.
Elite Physical Therapy wishes all the players a healthy and successful football championship season. Elite is proud to serve the local communities with multiple locations providing secure outpatient therapy and sports medicine services. Our centers specialize in post-op rehabilitation, manual therapy, concussion management, and orthopedics, providing patients convenient scheduling and access to care within 24 hours. If you suffer from an injury, visit myelitept.com to find a center near you. That's myelitept.com. Elite Physical Therapy, proud to serve the state of Mississippi.
How's the old house search going?
Buying a house is hard.
No, you tried getting help from real people?
That'll be $22.50. I got this.
Oh, that was fast.
Community Bank, for over 120 years.
We are back here at the ranch. Thank you for tuning in to the Checkdown with Coach Mitchell. This is our third and final segment of this week's episode, and it's brought to you courtesy of the oldest Kubota dealership in America, the Vinny Rental and Supply. Got our athletic director here, Coach Greg Perry. Good to see you again. It's been a couple weeks, and then you had some meetings that you were kept you away from the show, which I had not understood yet how anybody could schedule a meeting during the middle of our coaching show. But
it seems to fall every other weekend, every other week on your time frame. So, but I'm glad to be here. I always like coming on. I appreciate the hard work y'all put into this.
Well, it's a lot of work behind the scenes, and we sometimes end up being what you see. But Coach Austin Blaine does a great job getting this set up for us weekly. And our sports marketing class kids are really involved in making this process happen each week as well. Major League Baseball playoffs. Wouldn't be a full show if you and I didn't discuss that. That's probably our favorite time of the year. Always has been. So I put Coach Mitchell on the spot a minute ago. I'm not going to give you any background information. You don't need any background information on baseball, trust me. But I am going to give you the teams that are playing.
Okay.
And
that'd be helpful.
Yeah, they're down to 4. That's all I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Over in the American League, you got the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. There will be a game. I'm not going to tell you which one, but there will be a game tonight in Seattle.
But I don't know which one.
I'm not. No. All I'm going to tell you is they're going to play one of the 7 games in Seattle tonight.
I'll take Seattle.
Seattle. All right. Coach Perry's sticking with the Seattle Mariners.
We don't have to talk about the National League.
Yeah, I was going to say tread very lightly on this next one as the National League Championship Series is over. No, it's actually still going on. I'm sorry. Most folks thought it was over. But Milwaukee Brewers and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Even though they put out the Cubs, I'll take the Dodgers.
I know you can't get
my Cubs are out
30 feet around here outrunning a Cubs fan. I have to give it to y'all. Y'all are loyal folks to go through what y'all been through. And as long as this being, I told somebody the other night, I thought about being a Cubs fan. Actually, I'll be the first one to admit that. There's a lot of advantages to it. Cubs games normally are over before dark, so you can get to go to bed early. And most historically, every year your season's done by the time college football starts, so you can watch football. Now, right. Dodgers fans, and on the other hand, we have to stay up late, and it'll be all the way in November before we can quit watching baseball. All right. Anyway, so you got a Dodgers-Mariners World Series, so we'll see how that turns out in the next couple of weeks. Okay. All right. Inside Germantown Athletics, you're the guy to go to, and I know there's been a lot going on, and I know you got your list there, so I'm going to turn you loose.
I don't go anywhere without my list.
That's right.
was lucky last weekend to go to watch a swim in the North State meet at Delta State. We had 16 swimmers qualify, 8 boys and 8 girls.
Wow.
We're taking a good contingent up to, I guess it's at Tupelo coming weekend. So we're excited about where they're going to finish. Our golf team competed in their district tournament yesterday at Deerfield. Our girls finished in second place, and Kaylee Gatlin was a medalist of that. You know, she's the defending individual girls state champion, so she'll be defending that coming up next week. Our boys finished in first place, won the district championship on a playoff hole, and the good news is both of them have qualified for state. So the boys will be going to Tunica in a couple weeks to. They finished second up there last year, so we're hoping to go one better.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I did interrupt you. Explain to me. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me how does they ended the day tied or ended the week or weekend or the tournament tied?
That's right.
How do they do the playoff?
Yeah, I've been in a few of those.
I
Those are
figured
pretty
you had.
exciting. They line up all six of them on the first tee and 6 of them on the next one. I mean, I think they all went off one. They played 12 guys, and at the end,
just get after
you
it.
get the best 5 scores from each, and who wins wins. So
cool.
I missed it. I wish I hadn't. I was out there earlier and left. I wish I hadn't left. I'd like to watch that.
Sure, I'm sure that's exciting.
Yeah. So anyway, continue going. Our volleyball season came to an end after a hard-fought victory with hard-fought match with DeSoto Central.
Mm-hmm.
So good season by them. I know that North volleyball is tough. It's one of those deals where whoever plays good that night is the one that wins.
Oh yeah.
So any of them can win. So exciting things coming up. We got basketball starting November the 4th. Our varsity basketball, girls and boys. If you hadn't watched them play, that'll be a treat. I'll try to make many of them as I can. We play Jim Hill on November 4th. 9th grade basketball and middle school basketball open on October 20th against Northwest Rankin. The home game that week will be Northwest Rankin 9th grade, and the middle school will be on the road. Cross country competed this last was actually yesterday now. Carolina DeVries finished 5th in the middle school MHSAA event over there, so it was a good finish for her. And for us. So we're excited. We got a lot of good things coming up. Big football game Friday. Can't wait to go to Oxford, see how that one comes out.
Yeah, you got a big crowd wanting to ride with you up there to Oxford.
Yeah.
We're going to have to rent a van, but I want everybody to know right off the bat I'm going to have to pull some tenure on that. I've been with you a long time. We've been to a lot of football games on the road, but I want to make sure I got my seat.
You have to be in the front seat, won't you?
Yeah, I got to get car sick. Don't need to be in the back.
For sure.
Coach, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Excited about
always glad to have you. And I know you want a big crowd to make it to Oxford up there. But if you can't make it, guys, be sure to tune in to what has become one of the best live streams in the state of Mississippi. It's put on and produced each week by Coach Austin Blaine, our sports information director. You can log on, or you can go to actually GermantownAthletics.com. If you'll click on the broadcast tab, it'll take you straight to the live stream. Coach Blaine will be running today's show prior to the ball game, so be sure and check that out again. A good segue into the ball game Friday night at 7 o'clock. So
I get a lot of great compliments on our stream. Boy,
it's amazing. It's amazing. Every time of course, you know how our nights are on Friday night. It's up and down sidelines and back to the field house, in and out, dealing with certain things. And I always run into 2 or 3 people that either have it pulled up on their phone here at the ball game, or talk about, weren't able to make it on the road game.
Yeah.
And Coach Blaine does a wonderful job with that. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up here as again, the Germantown Mavericks will hit the road Friday night, travel to Oxford High School to take on the Chargers. Kickoff will be 7 o'clock p.m. Also, again, please, if you can't make it to the ball game, tune in to the live stream there put on by the Maverick Media Network. And I guess that'll do it for Coach Austin Blaine, producer of today's show, our head football coach Russell Mitchell, and for Greg Perry, our athletic director here at Germantown. I'm Brian Hardy. And always remember, nothing brings us together quite like Maverick Athletics. We'll see you in Oxford, 7 o'clock kick.
Mac Hike in Madison Gluckstadt is your #1 source for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mac Hike in Madison Gluckstadt is not just a dealership, it's your dealership with great deals on Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chevrolet, be it new or pre-owned inventory. Mac Hike in Madison Gluckstadt wants to take you to the ball game on Fridays, the trips on the weekend, and get you home safely on a daily basis. Learn more today at MacHikeMadison.com. You want a deal? Come get one in Madison Gluckstadt. Proud sponsor of Germantown Athletics. Go Mavs!
At Davini Equipment, community matters. We're the hometown name you can trust, serving the community for over 50 years. As one of the oldest Kubota dealers in the U.S., we've been selling tough, durable equipment for residential and commercial buyers. Davini and Kubota are synonymous for quality and dependability. We're locally owned and operated, so when you come to Davini, we'll treat you like family. Come see us at Davini Equipment, with 2 locations in Madison and Jackson.
Scott, how are you? At Community Bank, we're not just bankers. We're Little League soccer coaches, ballet teachers,
Thank you so much for coming in.
and volunteer firemen. We're part of the community just like you. And we care about all the same things you do. So whether you're opening your first account or taking ballet, we're committed to our community. Community Bank, for over 120 years.
When I got hurt, our first call was Dr. Burrow with sports medicine. I was like, Dr. Burrow, I need you to help me get back on the field as fast as possible. And he did that.
7 years ago, my sophomore year of high school, I tore my ACL and meniscus. That's something that I'll always appreciate, is just how much they helped us get back on the field and play the sport that we love.
If you listed your property for sale by owner and nothing's happening, here are the most common reasons why. The property is either overvalued or it's not getting enough exposure in the market. Opting for a real estate agent offers several benefits. With access to extensive marketing resources, including MLS, LandWatch, and other national marketing outlets, we can ensure your property gains maximum visibility. Our agents bring expertise in pricing analysis, ensuring your property is competitively priced for the market. You can trust Pursuit Properties to leverage our marketing abilities and industry knowledge, guiding you through a seamless selling process and maximizing your property's value. We are always in pursuit.